What's up, SNA Assassinators? This is Super Ninja Austin back here with another video. And this is the AEW Collision Review video on April 25th, if I'm mistaken. Or no, 26th. It's the 26th of, April. And this was a pretty interesting episode of AEW Collision. Maybe not the most perfect one I've watched from the last year, 2025. But it still was an AEW. Okay. I'll get your juice. But anyways, even though it's not the greatest AEW collision that I've ever seen, but still was something that let me tidy over a lot. Probably like the top, I'll say three best, I'll say top three, top four, or maybe even five uh, best Dynamite that we've watched in 2025 so far, which we're gonna be seeing a very massive 8-man tag match and the men's semifinals Owen Hart Cup tournament match. By the way, but let's talk about some matches on tonight. Like I said, not so perfect, but it was absolutely what it needed to be, and it had us very intrigued. But well, for those that watched, I say, and I'm speaking for everybody like that, talking like genuine about AEW, like in the positive perspective, like you did a pretty okay job. Okay, I mean that in a compliment way, but anyways, yeah. And hello to you, sir. Like, thank you so much for giving me a shout out and a hello. Like, that means so much to me. And make sure to subscribe and hit on. Well, you already did. I'll say. Something tells me that you already done that. Same with the other guy that thanked me for uploading this video. I was like, so yeah, y'all are good assassinators right here on the side, but for those that's watching for the first time, please give it a subscribe and give it a like as well, like these assassinators did. And also, click on the notifications so you can be the first one when I notify something. And also subscribe to my other channel at SNA Entertainment. Link is in the description box below as well. So give that a watch as well. But before I begin, I need to make a run real quick. And I'm going to start off with the first thing that happened on tonight's AEW Collision. Excuse me for a second.
Because that's change juice.
I'm going to see what we have in.
And for Shutters drives off, the rest of us are rushing to find our hiding spots. We made a deal with the evil kids that if we win, they have to be knights forever. But if any of us are found, we must face an extreme punishment. As you can see, these kids are relentless, so our hiding spots need to be perfect. I just want a hiding spot. And while Keo has a tantrum, Cam is heading upstairs to look there. I'm not even scared of these kids. Okay, they're kids. They're weak and pathetic. Okay, I'm just gonna sit right in this comfy chair and wait for them to find me. Cam definitely shouldn't be so calm about this. Check in on the kids
Here you go.
so I can show you that.
All right, I'm back here. Yeah, it's some juicy juice. But yeah, it was we got Swerve Strickland coming out, and when he's out there, you know what that means. It's Swerve's house, and this is where personality was key, shouting at everybody when everybody responded to Swerve's house, with Swerve shouldn't give fist bumps to the fans because he is a fan favorite. And Trey, can you turn it back on? But yeah, this is where we got Prince and I start doing the swerve dance, and this is where everybody's cheering him like if it's like a shock, like a return ovation rather than just a normal one. This is where we got Swerve Strickland talking on the microphone. What are you doing, Uncle SNA? Anyways, assassinators, this is where we got Swerve Strickland was getting onto the microphone. Before he can have a chance to talk on the mic, this is where here comes the irresponsible EVPs that couldn't even run a retail store comes out there, bringing their annoying rear ends out into the arena. This is where then we got Nicholas Jackson started the promo. This is where it's like, first of all, shut the F up when fans start saying horrible stuff about him, even though it's true. And this, I was like, that's what you got, like. you're more in like edgy rating than the other place are. Like so, like you couldn't just use the word sparingly rather than just trying to be on the safe side in this manner. Like, okay, that just didn't make any sense. But this is where we got Matthew that's like, don't mind my brother. Like, he's a hothead. And I'm like, yeah, that's an understatement. I believe he's trying to be like that one brother wrestler that calls himself a main eventer. Like, but he found one, the big one, which I'm very happy about. Yeah, I can see, but it's too much light. You got to put it to the sides. Like, around or up. Like, yeah, that's perfect. But anyways, assassinators, this yeah, and I was like, yeah, like you're trying to be like that brother that's trying to be a main. That's a main. You call himself a main eventer. That's a world champion, by the way. Yeah, I can see. But anyways, this was like, what's next? Like you're gonna try to, you're gonna say you don't give a darn about Kenny Omega, which that's already been done by a guy that's probably like his own version of Omega at that other place. But yeah, but I was like, no, like it's already it's already happening like right now because Nicholas like don't give a darn about like whoever like what Omega says like or anybody in that matter, of course, in general. But this is where we got Matthew to talk for him. We were in the back and we happened to pull a few strings with Anthony. As a matter of fact, we're gonna try to bump you up a little bit. He's like your match, Swerve, it's not gonna be happening in the next hour at 8 p.m. Like, no, I was talking about it was 8 p.m. Eastern, but you get the point. But yeah, at the second, but it's not gonna be happening in the right now in the first hour. It's gonna be happening in the second hour, which was indeed was right here right now. This is why I thought that was the point of Swerve Strickland coming out. But before he come out, you're gonna do like a pre-match promo like from the former AEW World Champion. But anyway, this is where we got the match happening with Blake Christian coming out. That's where we got the Young Bucks like the made matters worse when they pull out some studio chairs and just sat directly right down, watching like at least probably maybe 15 feet away from the ring. And this looks like if they're watching, like if they're two directors that's help producing a film, like that's what they call it, live in action, live on action and on air. This is where we got the match happened. This is where we got Blake Christian and did a quick cheap shot. This is where it starts stomping on him. This is where it try eyes whip Swerve right into the upper right side. Then he goes he gets countered by Blake Christian. This is where he goes for a springboard drop kick on the Swerve, which that was pretty brutal. And I was like, this Blake Christian guy, like hopefully that this guy gets be on TV more often. He just knows his wrestling in his own right. But this is where this is where Swerve Strickland ends up like having enough of the rant of a taunt like that he was doing like with his biceps. So he's about to hit big pressure, only for him to get pushed right into the upper right side. Then he went to the left side. It's where then Swerve Strickland try to follow him, try to go to the same rope. This is where he goes for a leap slide duck kind of hybrid maneuver, but he doing a leap dive like exactly the complete opposite. Then we got Swerve like coming from the left side, goes for a slide duck, leap dodge, go back to the right side, slide rolled again, then go for a middle missile drop kick right onto the former AEW champ. And this is where then he rolled out of the ring. This is where we got what's his name? Blake Christian goes for this diving corkscrew to a moonsault majiggy maneuver onto the mogul. And this is the first time I saw Swerve Strickland wrestle with a T-shirt. The way like they that these annoying obnoxious EVPs that couldn't even run a retail store was the cause of that. But this is where we got. This is where we got Blake Christian through Swerve right into the Barry's tombstone the upper corner side until we got Swerve that fights back, sends him right into the exact same corner as well. This is where we try to take a page out of Bobby's playbook, as in Bobby Lashley. This is where he tried to throw head first to Blake Christian right onto the ring post, only for him to count through him face first instead, along with him hitting him face first right onto the apron. This is where he throws Swerve back onto the top of the apron. This is where we got. No, it didn't went off. Like, yeah, my nephew's playing with the lights. But anyways, But anyway, this is where we got Swerve Strickland. Okay, that's enough. This is where we got Swerve Strickland brought Blake Christian back in. Hit the draping neck breaker right off the ropes. Then we got this is where we got Swerve Strickland. Oh snap! This is why you shouldn't be messing with the bowl like that. You gotta no, it can't be. It's not funny. But anyway, Swerve Strickland dives off the top rope, but with that uppercut maneuver, Majiki. Then we got this is where we got Swerve Strickland ends up trying to go directly to the boy Christian. Like this is where then he dodged out of the way. This is where Swerve Strickland goes for a suplex, rolls him back up. Look like he's about to hit his version of Three Amigos. Only for he gets a counter from Blake Christian, but this is where Swerve Strickland countered the Irish whip through him right to the upper right side. This is where he goes for a swinging what's they called? Like a swinging springboard maneuver, because one they used to do similar maneuvers like this is no longer in the company anymore. But this is where then he hits a stunner right onto Swerve Strickland after he hit this springboard maneuver, slide his legs and his whole bottom half of his body and rolls back. Instead of going for a roundhouse kick, he goes for the stunner. This is where we got Blake Christian going for a 450, only for Swerve Strickland to move out of the way. And this is where he gave me some future flashbacks or future PSD or some kind of septum, like from seeing this most brutal and devastating house call that I've ever seen in AEW or any wrestling company, that is, when you go boom, and this is where he knocks him right down. This is where we got Swerve Strickland is like not quite done yet. This is where the Swerve Strickland felt some power in him. This is where then he hits him with, was it big pressure, was it? Yeah. This is where it was a guaranteed big pressure, that is, yeah. When he hits him with, after hitting him with the house call, drops him right onto his back. 1, 2, 3 after the roll, and the winner of this match, yeah, Swerve Strickland. This is where this is where Lee Johnson then came in and attacked him from behind when he was at least expected. This is where he ducks down. Yeah, like I don't know, for some reason he wants to make it like some kind of like a flashing light sleepover. I don't know why he wants to do this right now. But anyways, this is where we got what's the name? Lee Johnson ends up trying to Irish whip Swerve Strickland on the right side after beating him down to the ground. He rolled right in the ring, hit a face plant. Then we got a Swerve Strickland and ends up. It's like who's next? That's gonna be attacking me from behind. Like I'm not gonna know I got my back at the turn, but this is where this ends up like being a big mistake as well at the same time, because he turned his back onto the entrance rather than going side to side, looking from the front and the back entrance. This is where they gave an easy shot for the irresponsible EVPs to attack him from behind. And once they thought they had him all good and done for, and they were about to hit the TK driver, which it should be an AK driver. Oh my gosh, what's actually knocked into the HDMI cord?
Please stop.
But anyways, this is what I was thinking. Like maybe they should call it the AK driver, because Anthony Khan's real is a full name is it starts with the letter A. But I think Tony is more supposed to be the short, cool version of that name. But this is where we got them about to hit the maneuver. But this is where we got this is where we got Kenny Omega came for the save onto with Swerve Strickland's aid, and then just start fighting his former elite boys. But excuse me for a second. This is where we got Omega that hit a right strike to Nicholas. This is what. And Nicholas, this is where both Matthew and Nicholas start double teaming the other former AEW World Champion right into the upper corner side. Is where we got the Young Bucks like we're not your assistants or your slaves anymore. Just where they double eyes whip Omega right to right side. Omega ducks out of a double towel clothesline. Then Omega throws Nicholas right into his brother Matthew, or was it the other way around? It's hard to tell because they both look alike. I think it was Nicholas because he got like more of a brownish hair that's like more of a ponytail. But anyways, This is where he hits a Snapdragon suplex. This is where he hits another one, like to send him his way. And this is where he like about to hit the V trigger, only for his brother to drag him out of the ring. This is where Kenny Omega's like, yeah, of course you're gonna be leaving leaving the building. Like this is where we got. This is where we got Samoa Joe. Then went right in the back. This is where Schwarzenegger's like. Oh, that's my nephew's friend. Yeah, thank you very much for noticing that. Yeah, he's having a little play date right now with little Trey right now. Yeah, I know that. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. But anyway, this is where we got some. But what are your thoughts onto this tag team like feud between Swerve and Kenny Omega against the Young Bucks? And do you think that we could get Swerve and do you think Swerve and Kenny will coexist and put away the And do you think that the do you think that Omega and Swerve are going to coexist and take out the EVPs once and for all for good? Or what are your opinions? Let me know down in the comment section right down below. But I wish I did, but I just don't have any at the moment. But anyways, where Samoa Joe to continue like with the promo saying like you see men like you, John, like you create chaos no matter where you go. This was like no matter where you go, like you benefit off of it, like from the distress that you have ever did. Like he's like, John, you're a man who seeks to go out the face this problem. Like it's like you distract your problem. Like so if they can't find you, this was Joe to continue and John like. I am not the problem. Like yeah, that's gonna be distracted. Like in John, like I am not gonna be issue that's go away. Like do we create chaos and like I'm gonna be standing before you. Like and he's like, and that's gonna be an inevitability. Like I'm gonna be coming for you. Like I'm coming for my AEW championship. Oh yeah, my nephew's friend is my nephew's friend's name is Gunner, by the way. Yeah. Yeah, like for those that are unaware, like and for I mean I don't know why I'm even saying this, but yeah, since this assassinator's asking, like I'm gonna say it. Yeah, sorry about not giving you the name, but yeah, that's what his name is. But 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 yeah, let's let's move on to the next. Let's move on to the next slide. We got Heather Samoa Joe said, "I'm gonna be an AEW World Championship, which it will be." Beach Break, which is this coming Wednesday, which oh no, not Wednesday. I mean, like 2 weeks. I believe like 2 weeks from this Wednesday, if I'm not mistaken, because it's gonna be on it'll be on the 14th of May. They said, which is gonna be live in Chicago, Illinois, like which is the hometown of a former rival of the Small Submission Machine, which he probably knows about very well, but. This is where we got the match of the night came on first. But
tell your assassinators I know how to play wrestling on games.
But yeah, before I get into this match of the night, it's Gunner, actually. Gunner. Gunner. But anyways,
And then I know
but yeah, like and for those that know about me having WTK25, let's just say he loves playing that too with me, and he loves playing my character as Super Ninja Austin that I created on WWE 2K25, of course, which that's the first time I mentioned anything from the competition of the company of wrestling. But yeah, but this is the first time he played the wrestling game. Yeah, like he loves playing that game a lot. Like which it was a blessing from two friends, Daniel and David for giving me those names. I'm giving that game on Easter. But But anyways, this is where we got the match of the night, which some of y'all say like this is very rare compared to like when it was any other nights on AEW Collision. Like you put the like you make that match into the golden trophy of the night, especially for last Thursday in particular, a week from this past Thursday in particular. But this is where we got the match. We had golden trophy. Like we got some very funny and very awesome spots here on this match. We got but we got things started with timeless Tony Storm then won the grappling battle in the first round, hit an arm drag onto kayfabe African Queen. This is where then we got what's her name? This is where we got This is where we got Thomas Tony Storm going for an arm drag right onto what's her name? Onto what's her name? Aminata. This is where then she told let's dance, but just don't do anything like dirty and tricky. But yeah, this is where then we got what's his name? What's her name? Thomas Storm go for a headlock. Like when she tried to go for what they call them. When she tried to offer a handshake, which something that Queen Aminata should have reconsidered of accepting, but this is where Aminata had a plan though. This is where she did grab onto her arm, like after she tried to go for like some kind of what they call it, like a arm bar, but this is where she goes for like with a leg over arm lock. Like this is where we got this is where he did do it on the right side, only for her to get shoulder tackled by the Queen Aminata. This is where Aminata didn't go for a Gator Roll kind of headlock, like when Tony Storm tried to go for a slide at the Dodger, but only for her to find out the hard way that she should have found a better plan than that. This is where we got Tony Storm to try to go for a headlock, only for Tony Storm to go for a wrist lock onto.
No.
Okay, I probably will tell him that. Yeah, thank you very much for the shout out to my nephew's best friend. But yeah, but anyway, this is where we got what's her name? Queen Aminata to start getting the offense in. This is where she started going for a right hand, right into the face like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This is where then we got Queen Aminata, then ends up dips Tony right into the bottom left side to the upper right corner side. Try to go for a tackle, but Tony Storm dodges over her. She goes for the bottom corner, hit the shoulder tackle onto the Queen Aminata and went to the right corner, but this is where she went to the top corner when Queen Aminata blocked her, but she ends up hitting the shoulder tackle on her yet again. But anyways, yeah. Oh, okay. I'll go and check your podcast out on that day. That's exactly the same day as is that is that pay per view like is that certain pay per view in the other company? But, yeah, they're commenting on the live feed. But anyways,
How about me and you?
yeah,
And stuff?
one said hello to you. Yeah.
Well, tell them I said hello.
Yeah,
Hello.
yeah. He said, "What's up?" right back at you, and same with little birdie bird, as you already know. But anyway, this is where we got Tony Storm.
What's up, SNA guys?
This is where we got Tony Storm. This is where it goes for the.
What, baby?
This is where Tony Storm that goes for a suplex onto what's her name, Queen Amala. Troy, calm down. Don't go too far now. Okay, settle down now. But anyways, this is where we got Queen Aminata ends up. Oh, excuse me. But anyway, this is where we got Aminata go to the right corner side. Try to go for a boot right into Tony Storm with her laying onto the bottom corner ropes. This is where we got Tony Storm ends up going for grab on the.
It's creepy, guys.
This is where we got Queen Aminata then got her ass in the ring. This is where then we got. Okay, chill out. But this is where we got Queen Aminata put her legs all around Thomas Tony Storm. This is where then we got. This is where did she turn into like her own version of that girl that's on the other company that That's like the other.
Get your head in there, and I'm gonna pretend I'm trying to eat you.
But it's where they took a page out of this girl that is in the other company's place, like that's playing a traffic light character, like that always sounds like one of them. And this where I was like, yeah, she's like an AEW version of her, but she's wearing a totally different color from a totally different light on the traffic light. But yeah, this is where, but she put her leg right on the shoulder and the between her neck. This is where she hits this, like, I don't know, like a head scissor version of the stink face onto her face, something similar. Okay. No, don't have too much fun now. But this is where we got. But this is where right after she did that, she knocked her right off the apron on the left corner side. But this is where we got the powerful force and all of pro wrestling, partially the powerful force and all pro wrestling, which was the picture-in-picture commercial break. But once we got done with the partial adverts, this is where we got both women were down because they must have hit some kind of a very brutal maneuver, which ends up being like them. With them, I believe hitting a double clothesline to each other, like for Adam Cole and MJF, like giving a run for his money. This is where it got timeless Tony Storm that hits this submission hold, but this is where she twists Amanada's leg. Okay, stop, Trey, stop. You went too far on that. Don't be doing that. Damn. Anyways, assassinators, well, any interruptions.
Yeah.
Anyway, this is where we got Amina somehow got out of the hold. This is where we got what's her name? Queen Amina that ends up going. This is where we got Tony Storm that ends up getting thrown right into the upper left corner side, hits him right to that barricade. Then we got Queen Aminata that ends up going right up into the upper right side. Then we got Aminata that hit the like a running boot like right into the face, only for her to get tripped over. Hit face first right into the steel chair by Tony. This is where we got then we got Tony Storm then went right to the upper right left side. Then went to the upper right side, hit the running hip attack right onto the face onto Aminata. I guess that's a payback from hitting the stink face onto her. Well, I mean, she would have still do it like genuinely. But this is where we got. What's her name? This is where we got Aminata hit the forearm strike. Then this is where we got the Queen Aminata right back hit a right forearm strike. This is where we got Top Joe slapped her across the face. I'm like, I guess at least it's better than her getting her TITs ripped off. But anyway, this is where we got what's her name? Queen Aminata dips her right to the upper right side. Then goes for a wrist lock into a spine buster, try to go for a pin. Only for Aminata to kick out of it at 2.7. Here we go. This is where we got Toto try to go for a suplex on Queen Aminata, but then ends up getting intercepted into onto what's it called a spinning twisted neck breaker. Then we got this is where we got a crossbody onto the bottom left side. This is where we got Tony Storm ends up trying to go for a running hip attack onto Queen Aminata, which she was successful, by the way. As a matter of fact, she was double lucky, even though the first time was in the ring side, but it don't matter. You get you get the double whammy effect, like when still get the double whammy effect, like if even if it's in or outside the ring. This is where after she hit the running hip attack, she hits the Storm 0, 1, 2, 3, and the winner of this match, and still that has the better privileges of this eliminator match, and and still remaining your AEW Women's Champion, timeless Tony Storm. And this is where we got the luxurious Lexi Narrative was in the backstage interview after this. But what are your thoughts on this match? Do you think that the right girl won, which I think she did? After all, this was just like a little, what they call a little experiment for Queen Aminata, like on what if she had an opportunity for the for the AEW Women's World Championship. But yeah. But yeah, what are your thoughts on this match? And do you think this was absolutely? I'll say yeah, like because for the sake of Aminata, if she's gonna try to be a recognizable name here in AEW, and also be be probably one of the most I'll say the future I'll say a future megastar in AEW. This was the best move to have her fight the women's champion herself, which is timeless Tony Storm. But yeah, let's move on to the next slide. We got a backstage interview with the luxurious Lexi Nair, and she was interviewing a faction that I probably your boy SNA probably haven't seen in about like how many months? I probably haven't seen them in months, like since the last time I saw this faction, like which was their interview. Yeah, Lexi Nair, just where then the deep welcome him back, of course, is where we got. This is where we got well, before they can any of them say anything. This is where we got. This is where we got Sanjay Dutton came in like along with like with Jeff Jarrett. I mean Jeff Jarrett, Jay Lethal, Staten Singh, and Sanjay Dutt. Like this is where them. But yeah, this like with the already team of Jeff Jarrett, Jay Lethal, Satnam Singh, and even his wife Karen Jarrett. This where got Sanjay Dutt, like which we did not expect him to show up anytime soon.
Yeah. What are you doing? Just watching that.
I want my finger in his mouth right now, but I need everyone to like the video right now. Okay, I like it. No, stop it. Don't do it. Oh, it's fine.
This is where we got where Sanjay Dutt came in. This is where he said hello to everybody. This is where then we got Jay Lethal's like, where the hell have you been? Like and yeah, like you just basically just ghosted us in the Phantom Zone. Like this is where he's like anybody that you should like you like anybody that knows anything about his best friend is none other than me. Like Jay Lethal, like which I'm not sure what the J part in Jay Lethal means, like in the full proper name.
What is it? What is it? Oh, it's a marshmallow.
Oh yeah. That's magic. Oh my god. Oh my gosh, the biggest tower. It's falling. No way. Yes. No, it's the biggest.
Let's see. What happened, Nick? What was it? I'm trying to. Yeah.
I got money in my cash app card. It's from you. It's from you. Can I just like send $15? Yeah. Louis, tell $15.
Yeah.
It's like $25 in my cash app card.
Yeah.
It's from you. I mean, if we have to put it back, we can, but I can't use it. I got $25 on my cash app card. I always want to know if we can throw in like 10, 15 on the pizza from Domino's.
Domino's.
Yeah.
Let's see.
She's gonna lead it. Take it, come on.
Oh, the yes. You can. Yeah, you can. You can use at least 10 of it. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, that's cute. What are you doing? What the heck? Ow. Diane. Take that. Take that back. I'll kill you. I'll get you. Dylan, earlier, Trey, you went to the bathroom.
You did good.
The toilet.
Kid.
It's like,
Okay. Okay.
One, two, three, ding, ding, ding. Ah! Be like that. Run. Be like it. Run. Be like that.
But anyway, yeah, this is where I got a backstage interview with what's it?
Be like that.
With who was it? The Lexi Nair, the luxurious Lexi Nair. That's where we got
Dylan, Trey wants me to look like this.
Yeah.
Dylan, let's go, baby. He
Okay.
took my shirt. He took
And this
it
where
off.
then this where they left. This where okay. I don't know why you did that for.
You're not big back.
Okay.
I'm the big back. No, you're not. Yes, I am. I'm not.
But yeah,
the
come
big
on.
back.
Okay. This is what Jay Lethal did. This is like I'm like as the this way is like as a best friend like of Sunjay Dutt, Sanjay Dutt for the longest and for almost 20 plus years in professional wrestling. Like what the hell? Like your problem, Sanjay? Like where have you been? Showing up late? Like if we've been here week after week, ready to put in the work. Like what you got in us? No, like nothing, and you lead us nowhere. You're supposed to be a leader of this group, and you're the brain of the operation. Like we are completely tired of sitting in the sidelines for far too long. This is where then
I went on the
And Jeff Jarrett's like, if you're the leader of the group, Mr. Sanjay Dutt, you know exactly what Jeff. Like, I want AEW go. Like, knowing that for the last months, like for the last probably half a year, if not over that, it was like over. We've been doing this over and over and over and over. Yeah, she said, yeah, pizza. Like, we're trying to worry about getting some dinner, but we're just about to order takeout. Yeah. But yeah, it's gonna be very delicious. But anyways, this is where we got yeah, we thought like yeah, just 13 if you need it, yeah. But this was like yeah. And this was what's the name? Okay, but this was he's like, yeah, Sunday, like you know what you know exactly like I want AEW to go. We've been talking about it for over and over and over again. Like yeah, Karen, like I told you this was like, yeah, this was I've been listening to the wrong people. And this was Jay was like, yeah, you damn right you are. Like, as a matter of fact, like this time, like everybody gonna be the leader, the new leader of this group, and you're looking at him, and his name is Jay Lethal. And yeah, and it was like they kind of this teased the future split. This where then Sanjay does like wait sat and them with Saddam Singh about to leave along with him. They're like, yeah. It's very delicious. Yeah, like I'm so sorry for making this hunger contagious for you, man. But it's where, but it's where we got okay. But it's where we got something that you really gotta listen to Jay Lethal. Is where Saddam Singh was like I'm like my hands are tied, man. Like he has a good point. And I've been tired of being in the sidelines for a long time now. That's where they left. What are your thoughts on to this tease of a split? Do you think there's only a matter of weeks when we do get be in the see this feud? Let me know in the comments down below. But this where we got Maximilian Platinum Caster. This is where he's like saying, "Hello, New Orleans." Yeah, you're live here with the best wrestler alive, which that barely rhymes, but still very true. This is where Maximilian Caster put up his what's that called? What's it called? What's that called? That little paperwork that's been documented by the government of him being trademarked as the best wrestler alive. This is where then he. And he's like, yeah, Platinum Max is back, and he's like, and he has been taking on all color week in and week out. Like, and tonight it's gonna be no different. Like, and it was like from the Platinum Max, like for the excitement, like Platinum Max, like please the drama, like if Platinum Maximilian, like it's gonna bring like something like very very rare, like in the city, like and that is a play of like atmosphere, and then this is where then Maximilian Caster like what? Like you're not liking what I'm saying? This where it's like it's playoff palooza night. Like you need to understand what it says. Playoff palooza, so relax. Like this was like in all the Maximaniacs around here in the Big Easy, like which he I said in a mockery way, like which is we all know what the Big Easy is, and that is New Orleans. This is where because the Steelers in tonight. Like from 3 days ago. This was like, and the one thing that I care about, and the one thing that I love the most is that is the best wrestler alive. And this is where then, like y'all chanting me, I'm the best. Like, let's go, Max, you're the best wrestler alive. Are you all right, Birdie Bird? Are you all right, Birdie Bird? Yep. This is where we got Platinum Maximilian Caster. This is where it's the best wrestler. You're the best wrestler all along.
Go hit him in his face.
This is where we got this is where we got holograms and immediately interrupted Maximilian Caster, like because he heard long enough, and this is where we got this guy that accepted the open challenge, which we all know is a hologram because I mentioned him by name. But yeah, this is what.
Do it again.
but this is what.
My knee hit him, not my hand. My knee hit him.
But yeah,
Not my hand.
but yeah, this is where like this was not much of a shocker on who won this contest. Like it was a which is pretty much an obvious outcome. But I not expected this match to end it the quickest like it did because Maximilian Caster barely put any offense in, or maybe lack thereof, because this is where we saw Hologram was dodging out of wrestling. This is where he goes for a duck, goes for a slide Hurricane Rana. This is where we got This is where we got Hologram start dodging, sliding out of the way. This is where he goes for a cartwheel flip. Then he got up on the top rope. Then we got him. This is where then he picks up Maximilian after he hits the splash on him. This is where then we got this is where he hits the spinning. What's that called? The buckle bomb. And yeah, like I kind of do miss them a bit. Like I wish I could hang out with them more often. But anyways, this is where we got a Hologram hits this a reverse fireman's carry, like with turn to a hybrid of a blue thunder bomb kind of maneuver. But it's a blue hollow bomb, I believe that's what it's called. Went for the pin. 1, 2, 3. Winner and winner of this match. Yeah, Hologram with him being undefeated, and Maximilian Caster the complete opposite of being defeated, because this open challenge is not really like at it should be, like what Maximilian Caster like wanted how it to go by, and this is where he puts his hands up and put a thumbs up to let everybody know that he's okay. Like if he's in an ambulance, like with somebody that's still consciousness that's been taken out on the stretcher into the ambulance, that's what they would normally do. Let like a family or a friend, a family member or a friend know that they're okay 100%, if not like somewhere in the 90 milestone. But anyways, yeah. What were your thoughts on this match? And when do you think when it's the matter of a time when we can see Hologram finally being the one to be defeated? And who is going to be that guy? Which, if you ask me, it should be in a title match, maybe with Hologram as the championship. Whether if he's the world champion or mid card champion, just have him just have him like lose when he loses his championship. But Maximilian Caster, I'll say, I thought this was going to be a dud, but not a dud, but it's just some comedic act, which Anthony Collins purposely have Maximilian Caster ever since like they made this gimmick of him being a heel, like they have all the baby faces and maybe even sometimes other heels that could be like potentially turn babyface face the platinum self-proclaimed best wrestler alive. And do you think this will lead him into becoming a best wrestler, like of him with this gimmick? Let me know in the comment section right down below. But this is where we got the Ops then came out. They showed the Ops came out like for Dynamite. They were holding on to their Trios Championship when they got into it with the Elite Endeavor. But then got some help with Kenny Omega and Swerve Strickland. I was thinking like this is a 5 against 6. I'm like, gee, I wonder who's the 6th member of Team Joe, Omega, Swerve, and Samoa Joe's Ops members of Powerhouse Hobbs and Katsuyori Shibata. As much as I would like to be this person, like to be join the team of Omega and them, like they're not well developed of being in this wrestling ring, let alone ever stepping inside one before. So we're gonna have to wait and see like when this guy could become one. But anyways, I don't know why I just said that for. But anyways, this is where we got Top Flight then came out to the ring because they have a match against what's their names, Action Andretti and what's their names, Action Andretti and what's his name, Leo Rush, what they now called the Crew, like CRU, if I'm mistaken, that's what they call themselves. But anyways, this is where they didn't waste no time, like, and they hardly showed the entrances of the Man of the Hour and Action. This is where we got them going face to face. This is where they went face to face with them. This is where we got the. This is where the heels then pushed both the Martin brothers. This is where they pushed right back, hit some strikes right into their opponents' faces, hit knife edge chops. This is where we got Action Andretti and Leo Rush start hitting some right hands right back. This is where them. This is where we got Dante Martin through. What's their name? Dante threw what's his name? Action out in the ring. This is where we got Darius that was still in the ring with Leo. This is where we got Layla Gray was playing their cheerleader, like, and not to mention like a big supporting big sister, because yeah, we all know that she's older than the Martin brothers. But anyway, this is where we got Leo rushed and slide out of the ring. This is where it's like, y'all are way too fast. Y'all need to slow it down a bit. This is where then Darius and Dante were like, okay, that'll be our pleasure, but I thought you can handle the speed. Like, considering y'all put the best. It basically said that y'all pretty much the inventors of what's called of the speed, I should say. This is where we got. This is where they went in the ring. They got their pool sticks, I believe. That's what they got underneath the ring. This is where This is where we got the Martin brothers dropped the stomp onto the sticks, woo them right back at them. This is where we got what's the name we collect. He is Dante Martin by grabbing onto the what's it called stick, the pool stick. This is where nearly whacked the head off of Action Andretti with it. This is where we got. This is where we got Action Andretti and Leo Rush managed to get back in the ring eventually. This is where they're like, okay, like the count three. All right, we're gonna get in the ring, okay? This is like, okay, this is where they got in the ring. This is where we got this is where we got both Darius and Dante throws them right to the left side, to the right side, hit the back elbow right to Action. This is where they go for a duck, throws them, what's his name, Dante Martin, right into what's his name to Darius Martin. Then we go for a clothesline to sweep his legs over. This is where then we got him trying to go for a pin, but this is where he goes kicking out. Like this is where then we got this is where we go for a double clothesline right onto the ring. This is where they go for a double foot though into a what's it called, flying what's a monkey flip maneuver, like this is where they throw him right to the left side, go for a back suplex on the Action when he, after throwing him like face first right to the ropes, then try to go for a pin. This is where Darius was doing it, but this is where he ends up getting a kick out. Like this is where we got Action then roll out of the ring to his partner what's the name, Leo Rush, you can take a breather. And this is where we got the Martin brothers that ends up going get back in the ring, but this is where they always keep declining every time they always keep asked. But this is where, but for some reason, Action Andretti wants to take his frustrations out on his former kayfabe big sister Layla Gray for whatever reason. This is where you start chasing after her. She's like, "What the hell is your problem?" This is where Action Andretti then ends up. He's like, "What the hell are you doing?" This is where we got this is where what's his name, Dante Martin did not like that. This is where he tried to go for a this is where Leo Rush had to sacrifice himself from before Action got hit. This is where he gets roundhouse kick along with Dante Darius Martin actually. This is where we got Action to go for a pump kick right into the face onto him. Like this is where we got Action ready to go for a leg flip into a leg drop moonsault, like with him his legs bouncing off the top rope and the top corner side, like if he's his own version of Sami Zayn. This is where we got Action Andretti throws what's his name, Action Andretti right to the left side, is where he goes for a clothesline. Then we end up going for a pin. This is where we got what's his name, Darius Martin kicks out of it. This is where then we like, okay, go underneath the ring, go underneath. This is where then we grab onto the. This is where then they grab underneath the rope. This is where it goes trash can. This is where then we got Leo Rush to tell Action to get the sticks, which they did. They got the pool sticks. This is where then they put the what's that, the trash can on the what's the name, I believe was Darius. That's where they're taking turns swinging onto it and start hitting them to try to make them have some type of head trauma, which I'm not sure what the ones are named to be in the specific side. But anyways, this is where this happened until we got Dante tried to come and save, but this is where he was barely a help because this is where he started getting stomped on. This is where we got but once we got done with the partial adverts, is where we got the Martin brothers are finally back on top. This is where we got Leo Rush trying to kick Dante or no Darius right into the gut, only for what's his name Action Andretti. What was it? It was no, it was what? No, it was like this is where we got. No, it was what's the name? It was Action Andretti, was it? Yeah. Oh no. Yeah. This is where we got Dante Martin that went underneath the ring. This is where he grabbed a black bag of something. This is where everybody thought it was thumbtacks, including the commentators. And, yeah, especially wasn't Antonio Schiavone. But them saying like we got something in this backseat. This is where we got Layla Gray was continuing to support her kayfabe little brothers of Dante and Darius. This is where we got that's where we go over to cold on, but this is where we get super kick in the midsection, knee right to the face. Then we got double slap to the face, hit a forearm strike. Then we got perhaps. But anyway, this is where we got then we goes for a neck breaker. This is where then we got this is where we got what's his name? Go for a pin to Dante. This is where it ends up getting a dud because he kicked out 2.3. Then we got but this is where we got what's his name? Leo Rushton picks up Dante Martin, hits like a splitting stunner majiggy maneuver. Then we got but this is where we got what's his name? Action Joyce. Now we got the bag, which at first they thought it was gonna be thumbtacks because once they got him out of the ring, brought him down. No, it was some beads like from New Orleans, and I gotta admit, like if we step onto those things, like definitely it would be a painful journey. Like just like stepping on Legos, like those, are not something that you should slam any of your body parts on, because it'll be very unforgiving and very unnatural and very. But this where, but this where like. This is where we got Leo Rushton trying to slam Dante Martin right into these beads, like only for that plan to go backfire because here comes Dante Martin to counter, flips him over, then flips him right over, hits grab him, have him behind, hits him with a half Nelson slam, right back first into Leo Rushton's back right into the beads, like boom, and then this is where then yeah, appreciate that. Thank you so much. Like, I had this thing since like for the last 3 years. Like, I used to style into this and take pictures, like me dressed up along with this mask. Like, and post photos. That's all over my socials, and it's even on Google. If you search Super Ninja Austin up, it shows me like from me posting stuff on Facebook, Instagram. What's the other one? TikTok, and even my podcast is you can search up on Google and then show you like where it's located at, like where I do these podcasts at, which is obviously YouTube, of course, which is everybody's watching this video off of right now. But anyways, is where we got Leo. I mean, that's where we got what's his name? Dante tagging Leo. This is where we're trying to go for a pin, but only got like a 2.6 count. Yeah. But this is where they put the chair down. This is where they grab onto Leo. This is where they try to go for a double team move, sitting down Leo, where Dante go over punches, chop. And waiting for Dante to get his dive, and only for Action Drake to flip him right over. But this is where Darius Martin ends up. Oh, okay. This is where he hits a strike right onto what's the Action Drake when he was right on the top. This is where he tried. This is where then he tried to go for Leo. That's where Leo then ends up going right up into a headlock. Then we got this is where they ends up throwing Dante Martin right over the upper left corner side. This is where we got oh, be careful. Please. Let me finish like my review. But anyway, this is where we got This is where we got Leo Rushton hit Darius Martin. This is where he trips over Darius. Then he hit the face first right onto the chair. This is where we got Action Ready goes for a drop kick. This is where we got this is where they put this is where they try to go for a double suplex onto what's his name? Darius Martin, if I'm not mistaken. His back first right into the chair. Gets slamming him back first. Then he tried to go for a pin for a 3 count. Only they'll be very disappointed when he hurt only 2.7, if I'm not mistaken. Ouch. Okay. Trey, be careful.
You missed me in a second.
But anyways, as I was saying.
What?
Okay. But this is where we got Leo Rushton trying to grab on to something. This is where he got like a little white string wrapped around his fist, like if it's a chain or something. This is where we got, luckily, then the kayfabe sister of the dare.
It's done it.
Okay. This is where we got Layla Gray that ends up saving the day in that rhyme, so it's definitely going to be. That's definitely true. This is where she snatched something, some kind of a foreign object that Leah Rush had. This is where we got. This is where we got. What's your name? This is where we got. Okay, chill out. Okay, be careful. This is where we got Darius Martin and Wax. What's his name off the? Wax. Leo Rush with the.
No.
Where is?
Hi.
Okay. Anyways, this is where we got. Okay, no, don't touch that. It's gonna cause some effects. Okay, please.
Gunner, help! Help! Gunner!
Come on, please.
Help!
But anyway, this is where we got accidents ready to roll hits Okay. Anyways, this is where we got Action and Andretti. Then throws Darius Martin right into Layla Gray. Then she gets knocked over. That was a tragical event. This is where then we got Leo Rush gets a springboard stunner. This is where we got Action Andretti picks him up, hits him with this fire reverse maneuver into like a neck breaker maneuver. Get the and Leo Rush then went up and hit the man of the hour frog splash. This is where I get the 1, 2, 3 after their finishers. Okay. Oh my God. I thought y'all learned from yesterday, or even just the 20 minutes ago. Okay, but this is where they start advertising from where exactly AEW Double or Nothing is going to be, which it wouldn't take hard for us that be watching AEW in a weekly basis to know where exactly they're located at. But yeah, anyways. Okay. Why do you need to do this? Calm down. Oh. But anyways, as I was saying, this is where we also show the vignette of the women's semifinals, which is going to be taking place at Double or Nothing, which it will indeed be the. You're knocking my mask over. Chill out.
Get up.
Oh, I said don't take it off. Why you take?
Don't do that.
Yeah, don't take it off, Gunner. Jeez,
Just get on him.
jeez.
Just get on him.
That's what I was saying.
Get on him.
This is where they showed the little vignette of what's gonna be happening in the next. Oh.
I can't get him. Connor. Connor. Connor.
But this is where we got. This is where we got the vignette of the two of the semifinals finalists, I should say, which is one side Jamie Hayter, the other one's Mercedes Moné. Winner gets to face timeless Tony Storm, likely at AEW All In for her women's championship. But yeah, I'm gonna ask you this question: What is your who's your pick on who's gonna be in the victor and get a shot at the championship? Anyways, yeah. But anyway, this is where we got the return of Anna Jay. This is where Anna Jay took on, who was it? It was just enhancement down. This is where she sent it right to the bottom of the side, but she ends up getting booted right into the face. Then we got Anna Jay to hit the back elbow right into the face, and a discus fist. This is where just goes for a spinning leg kick. Then we got Anna Jay to go for a wrist lock, then turn it to like a what they call like a the gory bomb, which looks similar to the Monet Maker. Then is where we go for a pin. She gets a 1, 2, 3, and the winner of this match, Anna Jay, which it would take so long, and she may have made her AEW return like Maximilian Caster, but she was the complete opposite, totally. Yeah. So yeah, give her at least I'll say a red ribbon, like even though like this was nothing great. But it did lead up into what's the future.
I got the TV.
No, you shouldn't be doing that. That's not something funny.
Come on.
Potter.
Hey. Stop it.
Is everything okay now? Are you okay, Trey?
I'm trying to get him.
What happened, Trey?
I told him to get off of me, and he didn't listen. And I told him.
You feel all right, Trey?
Trey, why are you just
We got
doing that?
pizza.
Yeah, you want to get some pee-pee? Oh, Uncle Super Ninja Austin's gonna join you in very shortly. But anyways, assassinators, I better get this snappy and done with. This is where we got Anna Jay and got immediately interrupted by Penelope Ford. Yeah, he's all right. Just as a little banged up, like because him and his friend had a little bit too much fun. But thank you for your concerns. That's very nice of you, man. But anyways, this is where we got what's her name? This is where Penelope Ford just came out of nowhere to attack her once Megan Bain came out, which is, I believe, her new ally or some sort. This is where she choked her out right to the bottom corner side. Then Megan Bain picks her up, hits this flying Megasis Goddess F10 like maneuver onto Anna Jay and or the Queen Slayer or whatever you want to call her. This is where they sparked up a new feud like between these two, and I just kind of rhymed there, even though I wasn't trying to, but it's absolutely true, which is triple bonus points. But this where we got Penelope Ford before this post match beatdown ended. This where she told everybody on the camera saying, "Y'all all must bow down to her," which that's going to be a catchphrase of her being the assistant of hers. And this is where we got the next match up next. which I'll say this was probably the most underrated of the night, which even though it's going to be getting the bronze trophy of the night between these two of Jalisco and Bandito. And it was, and amazingly, I thought it was just going to be a normal one-on-one, non-title match. But no. But yeah, this is where we got. This was for the ROH World Championship, the same Ring of Honor Championship that was on that he dethroned Chris Jericho of about the beginning of the month ago. Beginning of the month is where we got. But this is where we got Bandito was doing his poses and stuff like that. This is where then we was like, yeah. When Bandito was doing his pose. But this is where we got Jalisco start doing low blow gestures right into the fans. Like y'all can all just get kicked right into the right down below. This is where we got Bandito go for a sleeper. This is where then it immediately gets interrupted. I mean, gets intercepted by what's his name? But what's name Bandito? This is where it goes for a springboard flip into a supplemental kick, but this is where it gets dodged by Bandito. This is where Bandito going for a flying hit. It hits a flying head scissor like maneuver. This is where, well, no, it was Jalisco go for a head scissor. This is where we got and where Jalisco ends up going. Like they go right up into what's it called? This is where we got what's his name? Jalisco what's his name? Into Bandito. This is where he hits the shoulder bump right in the midsection onto Bandito. This is where we got.
Dude, look how big this is.
This is where it goes for. Yeah, it's very big. Yeah. This is where we got. But that's where we got what's his name? Jalisco go for a suicide dive cannonball dive onto what's his name to Bandito. This is where fans are chanting Lucha, like if it's another company.
It's Wawa Crap.
This is where Antonio Schiavone said, like, yeah, they're also a reminder of how great this company is, which who could blame him for saying all that? This is where we got.
No,
This is where the.
What? Why on Crap? So we got.
But this is where they took this fight right to the bottom corner apron, which is also the hardest part of the ring, also known as.
Oh, that smells good.
But this is where they start hitting some chops right into each other's chest. This is where we got.
Won't it? No.
This is where then we got. They start hitting some chops, which they probably earned themselves the third and fourth place spot. Because Brody King's at second and Uncle Dax the Axel was at first place. That's where they both knock each other down right into the outside the ring, the ringside area. This is where we got. Let's see.
Do you know what that is? Stingray? Yep, it's a stingray. Us? That yellow? Yep. It's a stingray? Yep.
What's what happened next to us?
Yeah.
But this is where we got what's his name? This is where we got the partial powerful force and all pro wrestling came on. Then we got Bandito then picks up Jalisco, like once we saw him on top, like when the partial adverts went off. This is where we got This is where he got Jalistico. Then this is where we got Jalistico down right in the middle. This is where we got what's his name paid. This is where we got Bandito brought Jalistico back in the ring. Then Bandito then did a little Latino heat shimmy dance. I was like, it seemed like that the CEO Mercedes Moné is not the only only Eddie Guerrero fan in AEW that's a wrestler for this company is right now. But this is where we got Bandito hits the frog splash right onto Jalistico. He tried to go for a pin, but this is where we got this is where then we got what's his name? Jalistico kicks out at 2.7? Yeah. But this is where then we got this is where we got Jalistico then trying to go for a suplex, only for a roundhouse kick, get hit right into the midsection by Jalistico. Ducks out of clothesline, hits a spinning kick right into the face. This is where we got Jalistico and Jalistico and Bandito went face to face right to each other when they got back up. Like after taking some strikes from one another, this is where we saw Jalistico hit a very insane Mexican destroyer, while what's his name Bandito hit the Shining Wizard flying spinning kick. This is where the both men fell down to the ground. This is where we got. Then this is where we started hitting some chops right to each other right off the top rope, and Bandito was right on top with what's his name Jalistico was trying to go for an avalanche maneuver, like an avalanche hurricane rana, only for Bandito to caught him, stop him from hitting the maneuver. This is where he picks him up, trying to go for an avalanche powerbomb, only for him to get hit with a hurricane rana anyways. Then Bandito was barely getting back up. This is where we got Jalistico hit the springboard code breaker right into the face, try to go for cover. Aubrey was count 1, 2, only for get a kick out at 2.7. This is where we got Then we got Jalistico then ends up trying to go for dodges out of the way, hits this underarm, flipping into a suplex maneuver, flip, get a 1, 2, 3, and the winner, and still your Ring of Honor World Champion, the Bandito. And a big congratulations onto this. This is getting the bronze trophy of the night of the best wrestling match of the night. And yeah, congratulations. This match, I'll say in general, was something like well invested, like if you're like into Lucha Libre. But this is where we got a backstage segment between Big Bill and Brian Keith. This is where Brian Keith's like, yeah, like, it's all our fault that Chris Jericho is disappointed in us. And now we need to find stuff to get back on top, like, and make him more appreciative about it. Like, he's like, and this is where he's like, but you say, Big Bill, like, you need to look at ourselves. Like, we start cracking skulls and stacking W's. Like, I agree. Like, you know what I say, like, like, toss the coin. Like, I say, like, it's two sides of the same coin. Like, we stop disappointing. One side we stop disappointing by cracking skull and stacking W's. And this is where then, what's his name, Big Bill, then agreed and said, and it also stated that, like, regardless onto the Jericho wants, that's exactly what we need to do, like, for ourselves as well. But the question is, like, what cracks are we going to be cracking that everybody may ask? Like, it could be anybody. Like, as a matter of fact, we could we could just do it to a random person, like, and we could pull him out of the car and slam his head right directly onto the concrete and crack his skull. I'm like, hopefully you're not being literal, because but yeah, this is where throw him right into the right. And it's like, yeah, like, you couldn't do that for real. If you're being literal, you realize that's a crime of assaulting an innocent bystander, and like, yeah, you could immediately go to jail for that for a clear assault. Like, immediately, like, yeah. So I wouldn't say go that far, but anybody that's in the building. This is where he's like, yeah, you, a guy in a stupid hat, like a side worker. He's like, yeah, like, And we could easily drag you right into the frame and then drag and crack your skull. Or we could go to a local wrestling school, buy 2 rookies with stars written over in their eyes, looking for breaking their lives, put them in the ring with us and aid them. We'll crack their skulls as well and end their careers before it even starts. And then this is where then Big Building continues to, but that's not what we need to do. Which that's for best. That's probably for the best. But this is where the Big Building then and then, what we need is a challenge, which that's absolutely true because we haven't seen them compete in the match since losing to the Hurt Syndicates at AEW Dynasty. And let's just say we found another tag team that we haven't seen, we probably haven't seen since they lost to the Hurt Syndicates the month prior of Revolution. But this is where it's we're gonna walk throughout the locker room. We'll see 2 guys that go toe to toe, attack each other, highly motivated, make a name for yourself. Just come out, we want to fight you. And this is where I get the segment ended. And who do you think they're gonna fight next in AEW programming? And do you think you'll ever get back on top as a very I'll say fan favorite tag team, or be a very popular tag team, or turn it to a fan favorite one? Let me rephrase that. Let me know in the comment section right down below. But next up, we got Bruce, then ends up going take on AR Fox, with AR Fox brought in the first offense in, send them into the outside to the right corner slide. Then we got AR Fox go for a dive, which I'll give this match perhaps the blue ribbon of the night. But this is where we got I'm throwing the back of the ring, just where he tried to go for a pin, only for him to kick out at 7, if I'm mistaken. This is where Bruce then ends up going for. Then try to go for a double drop kick right into the face onto what's his name? Right onto AR Fox, go for a pin for a 1, 2, 3. Winner of his match, and it was Roosh. But this is where we got a backstage segment with Trent Beretta and Asuka Rocky Romero. But we'll get into that. What do you think? What's next for both the leader of La Flexion du Anable, and also what's next for AR Fox as well? Hopefully, we'll get lost in the shuffle and be sent to the Phantom Zone, just because they don't have anything else creative for him. But I think they have some creative for him because he has been wrestling in most often matches in AEW. So there's gotta be something something that's going to scream out out of the blue and make an appearance. But
Not a way. No way.
But this is where we got. What's Trent Beretta that ends up. This is where then he start getting very angry because they've been known to be called underrated. This is where Triple H's yeah, that's an insult. Underrated is an insult with them, Shana. And this is where Rocky Romero's you know what else is an insult? When your so-called friends invite you to join the conglomeration, but they never put you on the T-shirt. That's also an insult as well. That's a sign of disrespect right there. And this is where then Rocky Romero's excuse me, why you're talking and why are you talking here? Why are you even doing here? We're making a video here. This is where then the Outrider's well, okay, but why you're talking to us like that? You better watch your mouth, how you talking. I'm yeah, exactly. It's already bad enough you decided to join the worst wrestling manager in all of professional wrestling. That is Donald Callis. You must be out of your mind. This is where he's yeah, you better watch how you talk. Which I was agreeing you do not talk to these boys, the Outrunners, like you do, or else you're gonna be facing the consequences and the repercussions. But anyways, this is where we got Trent Beretta that attacks the Outrunners, which I don't know why is there a reason why they attacked these poor dudes. They didn't do nothing to them. So I don't see what's the point about attacking them. But do you think this is going to lead up into some kind of a tag team match, probably on next week's AEW Collision? Let me know in the comments. I'm just glad that the Outrunners are out of the Phantom Zone and back into into the programming of All Elite Wrestling. And thank you, thank you God and Anthony Khan for answering my requests and prayers respectively. But anyways, this is where we got. But anyway, this is where we got the FTR taking on the Paragon, which is the main event of the evening. We're gonna get things started with Uncle Dax the Axe. Getting things started off with Roderick Strong. This is where we got. What was it, Uncle Cash? I think it was Dax the Axe and Roderick Strong. This is where we try to go for grapple. This is where the this is where he's like, all right, like I get it, like yeah, it was two, like this is where when I believe he tried to go for a schoolboy on Roderick Strong. This is where they go for grapple. This is where Uncle Dax acts like, okay, I did enough. This is where then he tag. This is what like about to tag in Uncle Cash fight, but this is where Stokely like no, like this is where he's like there's one more thing you got to do to Roddy, then you can tag off. And I was like, this is what I was thinking, like didn't Roderick Strong had Stokely Hathaway as his manager before, but not in AEW, of course. It was when they were over at the other company when Stokely Hathaway was a totally different name, along with Roderick Strong, like being the leader of this very expensive jewel kind of faction that are named after a very valuable jewel, I should say. But this is where we got Rock Strong. Then waited for the Uncle Dax the Axe to go to the left side. He tried to hit some kind of a suplex move. Only to him to hit a shoulder tackle on the Strong, hit a knife edge shot, but still maintains his spot in the number one spot. But the Rock Strong like, I don't care about competing against your very precious coveted title. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna get some. I'm gonna quickly do this because I'm almost done doing this podcast. I'm about to
because
yeah.
And Liz said I could have another one after you get used some.
Okay, just wait just a moment. I'm about to be done probably in the next few minutes, and I'm
a little more juice.
Okay, just wait until I get done. I'm about to get going, but anyways, Assassinators is where we got Uncle Daxiac started the elbow strikes. This is where it goes right back. This is where we got This is where we got Uncle Dax the Axe go for a shoulder tackle. This is where he goes right up into the top court. Slide duck. This is where he goes to the bottom court. He gets drop kicked by Roderick Strong. This is where we got Kyle O'Reilly so hits him right hand to the face. Then we got Roderick Strong so going for right hand to Uncle Dax the Axe. Trying to throw FTR right to each other, but they forget that they have the ability of square dance. So that's why they spin each other around. Went right back to O'Reilly and Roderick Strong. Only for Roderick Strong and Roderick Strong and Kyle O'Reilly trying to go for the clover leaf. Roderick Strong trying to go for clover leaf to one, while Kyle O'Reilly trying to go for the other with the ankle lock. But this is where they end up rolling out of the ring, getting to the corner. This is where then they took a breather for a few minutes, where we got Kyle O'Reilly then went back to the ring with Uncle Cash the Flash. This is where he started going for knife edge chops, started going doing some double teaming, did some European uppercuts. Then we got Uncle Cash the Flash. Well, I'm not sure if I should say that. Just say Cash to try. I just went Kyle right to the right side to the left side. Kyle right didn't counter, go for a wrist lock, go for a knee right to the midsection. Then tagged him Roderick Strong. Then went to him, throw him up to him, hit a backbreaker. This is where he tried to go for a pin. This is where Uncle Dax tried to go for an attack, but this is where we got Roderick Strong go for with a backbreaker. This is where he goes for a knee to the face. This is where This is where we try to go for a pin. This is where we got Kyle O'Reilly go for an ankle lock. Got locked in. This is where we got. This is where the Uncle Cash the Flash did not gave up. This is where they wrote right out of it. This is where then we got them was outside the ring. Then we got the partial powerful force and all pro wrestling came on. But this is where we got once the adverts came off. This is where we got Uncle Dax the Axe and Roderick Strong was in the ring with, which I believe we got who was it? It was Uncle Dax the Axe tried to go for the what's that called? Sharpshooter, but Roddy Strong somehow flipped right out of it. This is where then he started making a comeback. But even though they almost they were so close plenty of times, they end up falling down from grace of the grapes of the heavens. Then we got FTR hits, I believe, Roderick Strong with their devastating pile driver maneuver, 1, 2, 3, and the winner of this match, FTR. But that wasn't all. They tried to go. This is where Adam Cole checked on his Paragon teammates, only for them to double team on the Adam Cole, try to lead him into the same fate like his teammates. Only for Daniel Garcia to come back and start fighting him out of here. This is where then he kind of post match promo by saying like, "Why did you did what you did?" And also when you stabbed me in the back, like unfortunately for you guys, y'all didn't put the metaphoric wrestling term what's it called, a weapon deep enough in my back to put it in my back deep enough in order to take me out for good, because now I'm still standing and living and breathing and I want another. And I want to fight you anytime, any place, anywhere. And this where let them know that if we're looking for a fight, how about it'll be the two of them against the him and Adam Cole, which I believe will probably be next week. And let me know in the comment section right down below, who do you think is gonna win this match? If this is if it's already official, but yeah, that was pretty much your AEW collision, And what are your thoughts onto it? Which I'd say it wasn't perfect, but then again, it was also not very disappointing. It was like what it needed to be. It had me very intrigued on what to expect on AEW Dynamite, which obviously we all know Hangman Adam Page will take on the Proto Star, what's his name, Kyle Fletcher, and we also going to be seeing the 8-man tag match between Kenny Omega, Speedball Mike Bailey, Kevin Knight, and who else? What's his name? Kevin Knight, Kenny Omega, Mark Briscoe, and Speedball Mike Bailey against the irresponsible EVPs, the Young Bucks, and also the Biscuit Iced Tea Chicken Hotcakes, man, Kazuchika Okada, and Ricky the Dicky Ricochet, which I have all four of them have nicknames, and they're very funny, but I can just poke fun at them, and hopefully they do get their rear ends handed. That's all I'm going to say. And we also got we're also gonna be hearing from the Hurt Syndicate and MJF respectively as well, and other stuff that's gonna be happening on Dynamite. I'm probably gonna be talking about that later on. But let's get into for y'all to talk about here on the SNA podcast. Now that I got everything done with AEW Collision, if I had to give AEW Collision a rating, it was nothing horrible, but not the greatest episode, like I said, but it did have me tune in for what to expect for this coming episode of Dynamite, and to see what matches are going to be on the card, which is my main concern is who's going to be facing my boy Will Ospreay, just like last week when we saw Jamie Hayter beat Kristen Statlander, which I breathed a sigh of relief, which I don't have to worry about the horror of Kristen having an opportunity of when Owen Hart comes to me. Well, even if she did, I would be hoping the CEO does win, which that's obviously in my predictions, along with Will Ospreay. But who's going to be taking on the aerial assassin at the same night, is the women's fight? And yeah, that does rhyme, so that's absolutely true. But who's going to be the victor? Let me know in the comment section right down below. Some tells me it will be the Cowboy, but we're just going to have to see in the next 3 days. Well, 4 days actually, technically, because it's Saturday, not Sunday, of course. But yeah. Well, I hope y'all enjoyed the video. If so, please give it a big thumbs up button. And click on the big thumbs up button. And click on the subscribe and the post notification bell for more of SNA's videos. Also, subscribe on this other channel at SNA Entertainment. Link is in the description box below. Speaking of that channel, I will be making a movie news tomorrow, where I'll be talking about from action-packed to comedy movies with some wild and intriguing movie news and rumors that you assassinators need to know from the NBC article. Make sure to stay tuned for that. And hopefully you guys have a terrific rest of your Saturday, and I will see you next time. Oh, yeah, before I get into that, I want to talk about on Monday, I probably will be doing a wrestling news video, which I'll be talking about the wildest and intriguing wrestling news stories that you assassinators need to know, of course, from the Wrestle Talk article. Yeah, Wrestle Talk, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, correct me if I'm wrong, because yeah, today I did the Wrestle Zone, so I guess that makes it the Wrestle Talk. But also I'll be talking about Monday Night Raw, which will be 7 days after like Paul Heyman and Seth Rollins revealed the latest member of Braun Breaker. Well, how they're going to transpire onto that. Also, we got some other matches that's going to be on the card, which I'm probably going to search. I totally forgot, like the. Oh yeah, the one thing about this, like with this assassinator, always keep reminding your boy Super Ninja Austin, it will indeed be. The only thing I know about this episode, the particular episode of Monday Night Raw, it will indeed be in the best city of the United States, and that is Kansas City, Missouri. And yeah, and we're gonna probably have so many exciting details that's gonna be on the card. I just don't know what's gonna be transpiring. Only thing is we're going to be seeing some follow up what happened last week, like why did Becky Lynch turn on Lyra Valkyria, and what's the purpose of Braun Breaker? It's going to be taking on what's his name? Braun Breaker is I'm thinking. Explains his reasons why. Like, did he join Rollins and Heyman? Which we're going to be figuring that out like this coming Monday on April 28th, 2025. They're going to be in the best city of the United States. Hope you guys have a miraculous rest of your Saturday, and I'll see you all in the next video with some more SNA content. Until we meet again, Super Ninja Austin out of here. And until we meet again, and also for those that are going to be watching my movie news tomorrow on my other channel at SNA Entertainment, I'll see you guys then. And for those that's going to be watching my wrestling news and Monday Night Raw review video this coming Monday, I will see you guys there. Like I'll see you guys. Yeah. I'll see you guys on Monday. Like with me talking about all the fun and exciting stuff. And I'll talk to you guys later on. Peace.